section 4-5, our objective is to multiply a polynomial by a binomial. Here, we're just going to use the distributive property to simplify this. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply those two. So I get y times y, and I get y squared for that. And over here, I'm going to multiply y times -2, and I get a -2y for that. That's simplified. You just need to go ahead and distribute that y that's outside the parentheses to each one of those inside the parentheses. In our next example, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and use the distributive property here. So I'm going to multiply those two. I'm going to do -3b times 2b squared. Now, if we show our work from an earlier section, I would have -3 times 2 and b to the first times b squared. And that would give me a -6 to the third. Now let's distribute it to the second one. So here I'm going to have a -3b times 4b. And then I have -3b, or -3 times 4, and then b to the first times b to the first, and I get a -12 b to the second. And finally, we'll distribute to the last one, so I'm going to do -3b times -1. And I could do, if I want to show my work with it, -3 times -1, and the b just gets shoved to the back. -3 times -1 is +3, and then the b comes behind. And that right there is my solution to this one, simplified. The next one, same thing. Go ahead and multiply those. So I have 4x squared times 5x squared. And do 4 times 5. And x squared times x squared. And I get 20 x to the 4th. Then distribute here. So I'm going to do 4x squared times -2xy. Then I can do 4 times -2, and then x squared times x to the first, and then the y back. So 4 times -2, I have -8, and then x to the second times x to the first, I just add the exponents and I get x to the third. And then finally right here, this y goes back. Finally, we'll distribute here. I have a 4x squared times a y squared. Here, nothing really to combine, so 4x squared times y squared is just going to be a +4x squared y squared. And one thing to check out is, notice none of these variable parts are identical, so I can't combine anything else. If they did end up being identical after I distribute, I would have to combine those like terms together into one. Now, in this one, we got a couple set of parentheses, or a set of parentheses and a bracket. So once again, technically I always am using PEMDAS on this. So I want to do inside the farthest set of parentheses first. So I need to distribute this right here. So since I'm not going to use that a, I'm going to keep it there, and keep that 2a there. And I'm going to distribute -3 times 1, -3, and then distribute here. -3 times -a is a +3a. Now, you really have two choices here. You can combine like terms in the parentheses, because according to PEMDAS, you want to do anything inside the parentheses first. Or, if you want to, you could distribute this a on the outside and then simplify. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do inside the parentheses first, so I'm going to combine these two since they're alike. So that a is going to stay out front. I have a 2a plus 3a is 5a. Then I'm going to go ahead and leave the negative 3 there. Now I just distribute a times 5a. If you want to, you could do 5 times a times a. Go to the first, add the exponents. So when I distribute there, I get 5a to the second. Now I'm going to distribute here. I have a times negative 3, which is a negative 3a. Notice the variable parts are not the same, so that is my solution. Notice if you wanted to, you could have distributed this a, all three of those first, and you could have ended up with 2a squared minus 3a plus 3a squared. This is just another option to do this, and then this 2a squared would be alike with this 3a squared, so you'd have 5a squared minus 3a. Notice these two answers are the same, so whether you decide to add like terms right away and then distribute that a on the outside, or if you want to distribute the a on the outside first like we did here, and then combine like terms, you get the same answer either way you would choose to do it. Now, you're going to have a few of these that end up being equations, and you're going to be asked to solve them. So on page 160, this is number 35. So my goal on this is, when I'm solving these, is I want to get rid of any parentheses first by distributing. I'm going to multiply that. Notice I'm going to do this front number, or this top number, times that coefficient. So I would get 12 over 2 x. And I'm going to do all the distributing and then simplify. And then here, I'm going to have 3 halves times negative 6, so that would be a negative 18 over 2. Now I need to distribute this. Negative x times 3 is a negative 3x. Then I'm going to do negative x times negative x would be a positive x squared. Then equals, and then I'm going to distribute. So on here I'm going to take this top number times this whole number, and I get a 3. That bottom number, the denominator, stays the same. Then x times x is x squared. So 1/3 x times 3x is going to give me 3 over 3x squared. Then I'm going to distribute here. I have a 1/3 x times a positive 6, so I'm going to take the 6 and multiply it times the 1, and I get 6 over 3, and then the x has to come with it. Now, sometimes these fractions aren't going to simplify this easy, but in this case, when you can divide these fractions and change them into a whole number or an integer, I would go ahead and do that. 12 divided by 2 is 6, so I get 6x, minus 18 over 2 is 9. I have minus 3x plus x squared equals 3 over 3 is going to be 1. Squared, and then I have plus 6 over 3 is a 2. Okay. Now if you want to, you can go ahead and slide a 1 in front of this x squared. You don't have to. I'm going to do that to help me finish solve the problem. Now, I have a couple like terms over here. So I'm going to go ahead and combine those. 6x and a negative 3x would just be a 3x. And I'm going to copy the rest down. A negative 9. Positive 1x squared equals 1x squared plus 2x. And now, this is the equation I'm going to solve. So So I'm going to split it up into a left side and a right side now, because I'm actually going to start moving terms. So I'm going to subtract this 1x squared, and subtract this 1x squared. Those cancel each other out and make 0, so instead of writing 0, I'm just going to go ahead and cancel them out, because they're worth nothing. And I'm going to copy down what I have left. 3x minus 9 equals 2x. I'm going to go ahead and get the variables on one side, so I'm going to subtract 3x. That's 0, so I can cancel it out. Subtract 3x. I now have negative 9 equals negative 1x. Go ahead and divide by negative 1. Divide by negative 1. And I get x equals positive 9. These negative 1s will cancel. Negative 9 divided by negative 1 is a positive 9. Once again, as always, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. The quiz over these sections will end up being sometime next week. So make sure that the quiz at the end of this week will be sections 4.1 through 4.4. So keep up on your homework. And if you have any questions, please ask.